Welcome back to Push the Core Gaming. I just peed and I feel very relieved because if you were with us on the last episode, you know by now that I waited 23 hours and 58 minutes before I peed, and I just relieved myself, so it feels fantastic.
And I peed my pants.
Yep, because Dustin couldn't hold it. He's a sissy bitch.
I didn't feel like holding it. I just was like,
if you're just sitting there and you gotta go, just let it go, right?
And then now I'm just sitting here in my pee pants.
Yep, at least it's warm for the first 30 seconds.
Exactly, and if you know anything about Illinois right now, it's not warm outside.
No kidding. It was pretty warm the other day.
Yeah, it's been like that, here and there.
But
it's
now
we get a day of summer and then a day
yeah,
of winter.
it was like, hey, look, it's 60 degrees out, and then 2 days later, it's like, hey,
20.
look, there's snow everywhere.
There's supposed to be snow again, I heard.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, a lot of people around here don't realize that in the last 3 years, we've had 2 months of May where we had snow in May.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it's not really that unusual. It just sucks. So Dustin promised us an awesome question. Let's get the awesome question.
What are some fun ways to answer everyday questions like, how is it going, or what do you do? or was it, what do you do?
What do you do?
Like, just
I think how do you do would probably be what they mean.
When it says what do you do, but I guess, how you do.
You know what? I'm going to use some vulgar language here, so earmuffs. But I think it'd be great if someone said, hey, how's it going? And you're like, it fucking sucks. Don't talk to me anymore today.
Or what if you're like, you could even be the opposite of that, though. What if you're like walking down the street or you're standing there or something, someone asks, how are you doing, or something, you're like, fucking awesome! Like,
and then you're crazy. Like, I want a hug! Can I hug you? Can you give me a hug? I really want one.
And it's like, you asked!
You asked! Why are you acting weird?
You know what annoys me?
Why are you acting weird?
Oh, that would be hilarious. Dude, I was at Meijer the other day.
Wide-eyed.
This reminds me. I was at Meijer the other day, and I was walking, and like there was this employee just standing there, and as I'm walking by, she's like, "Hey, how are you doing today?" And as I'm saying, I responded, I was like, "Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?" She like ignored me instantly after she said it.
That's because in people's brains,
they're just wired.
They're wired
that stupid crap.
Up here, Officer Cool. If we can't open the main door, our friends are gonna pour through. Get up to the
our
catwalk.
friends?
We'll get you inside.
Yeah.
You don't want your friends to pour through?
That's what I don't get about businesses, though.
But
why force your employees to say nice things if it's not sincere in any way?
Because you have people who
It's
complain.
robotic.
You have people who complain.
I know. It's just so
people
robotic.
who go, your people seem rude because they're not saying anything to us. That's basically it.
Well, remember,
There's
Steve,
because
our old
oh
manager.
God.
He'd be like, "Hey, how are you?" And you'd be like, "Good, how are you?" And you'd be like, "Fine, great, thanks." So even if you ask him a question, he would say
if you asked him anything the first time you saw this guy, you could either say, "Hey, how's it going?" or you could say, "What's new? What's new today?" So either if you said, "Hey, how's it going?" or "What's new today?" he was programmed to respond to "How's it going?" and he said, "Oh, fine, thanks," or "Fine, great, thanks for asking."
Yeah, fine, great, thanks for asking. Like instantly fast.
Like every time. Yeah, you get programmed to say something. So you know what's funny is if you walk up to someone or you're walking past someone like at work or something and you go, "How's it going?" and they say good morning, or no, you go you say, most people ask a certain thing. They say like, "How's it going?" or they say, "Hi, what's up?" or something like that. And then other people respond with answers that don't even make sense to that.
There's this guy I work with. Yeah.
You're like today I walked past someone at work and I said, "How's it going?" He said, "Good morning." Like that. Fine would have been the appropriate answer.
Right.
Or if you go,
well, they're not really. They're like not paying attention, but they know that you said a greeting to them.
Right.
It's like.
Or if you walk past someone and you go, you say good morning and they go, "Fine, thanks."
Yep. And they they just keep going. Like some people will purposely try to make it different. Like in this question, like I work with this guy who's he acts like our cousin. And like if you say, "Hey, what's up?" to him or something, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm doing fantastic. How are you?"
Our sarcastic.
Like, no, but he's not. This guy's actually.
I'm talking about our sarcastic, excited cousin. Is that the one you're talking about?
Right, but this this guy's he's just he wants to say something that's not normal. Like essentially is what I'm getting.
He does it on purpose.
Yes.
Then that becomes normal for him.
Yeah, But when he walks past you during the middle of the day, he'll like just be like, "Man, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep it up," and he'll like give a thumbs up and stuff like that. Like at first, I thought he was being a total dick, but then like since I've got he's the guy that gave me the food,
The food.
the food that you and I ate,
What food? Oh, okay.
and
Well, so he was probably on some of the food. He's probably on some of the food all the time. He's probably actually thinks
Well,
he's trying to act normal.
he's admitted to saying that he is
At
on
work.
something every day.
He's on the food at work.
Yeah, but he I don't think that affects his personality. I think he's just normal.
No, think about it. Remember how we were when we were on the food? Now think about it, that you're trying
No.
to you're trying to act like you're not on that in a normal day.
Dude, no,
you would
no.
probably
I don't think that's a good.
You would
no,
exaggerate the way you're acting on
no,
accident.
he's talking about taking a nibble of the food, not.
I gotta act normal. I gotta act normal.
No,
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Anyway, no. I think this is his normal personality, just being like that, like extroverted and like.
Okay,
outgoing
so
and
I'll
crazy.
never forget this one time I was on the food, and we smoked this stuff anyway, and well, I came home,
Right.
and I'm talking to Mom, and the whole time
He's talking about cigarettes, by the way.
my brain is sitting there going, "Oh my God, she knows. She has to know. How do you act normal? You got to act normal in front of Mom. How do you do it? You've been acting normal your whole life. You know how to act normal. Why are you thinking about it so much? You're so paranoid. Stop being paranoid. You're just talking to Mom. It's normal. You've been normal before. You've been normal your whole life. How come you can't act normal right now? You know, that's what your brain is doing." While you're just like standing there staring at the counter.
I feel like this is like a Warframe moment because I can't really relate on that.
Yeah, dude, that food was strong.
Mine, yeah. No, anyways.
Don't you have some more of the food
Anyways.
in like a baker's form?
We're going off of this.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I
you
want
have
to ask another question that's also good.
Wait, what was the original? I don't think.
What are fun ways to answer everyday questions? Like, how's it going or what do you do?
Well, see, we didn't really answer that. We just went into how people crazily answer them, and instead of saying, "What could we come up with that would be awesome ways?" You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. For instance, we didn't go into creative ways. Okay, we just basically said, "Here's some ways that people do it."
So I guess we
let's
we
create
touched on the excitable ways.
Let's create some exciting ways right now.
Well, what if it's not necessarily excitable, but really weird, like just to purposely mess with them, you know?
Read the
Well,
question.
it says
Hold
what are
on.
fun ways to answer questions.
Exactly.
Like,
Just
how's it
read
going?
the question. I'll come out with something at the end of it.
What are some fun ways to answer everyday questions like "How's it going?" or "What do you do?"
Oh, dude, I don't do anything very exciting in particularly, but could you imagine if we were all superheroes and had powers that pertain to our jobs? Like if you controlled fire and you were like,
My boss and I lit you on fire, and that way I fired you instead.
no, ha ha. That's I'm saying. Like if
I
you
know, I'm just
if you had the powers of creating fire,
Right,
you could
right.
work someplace where they needed
And I use
fire.
hammer, so I'll be Hammer Man.
I'm John Steele. I use hammer nailing.
Nail hammers.
Nail hammers.
Or like you could be the hammer user and I could be Nail Man because I use nail guns and you use hammers. And then like we could like use our powers together
Okay.
to be Hammer with Nail Man.
I got an idea. I'll ask you one of the crazy questions or one of the normal questions. You reply with something crazy. Wait, it was like normal greetings, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
How's
Okay.
it going?
Okay. I'll start with something simple. How has your night been? Good. Good start.
Oh man.
Come on, think of something crazy. Chad, how's your night been?
Entertaining.
That was pretty crazy.
It was super crazy.
He hit the cray button.
I don't know where to go.
For some reason, I'm not in a Libby mode right now. How's my night been? I just think of something like I'm defaulting to.
Okay. Let me set you up then. So Dust, what do you think of those Canadian geese?
Oh man, those Canadian geese, man. So like the way they they quack is crazy, man. Crazy. They're like quack, quack.
No, they're like. Canadian geese, dude.
Yeah.
Do you ever walk any past those guys? Dude, you walk past a goose, you don't even notice it's there. You're staring at your phone, and all of a sudden, to your right, you hear, and you
should
look,
just
and
rename 'em
it's like
ninjas.
2 feet away from you. You're like, oh, sorry, man, I didn't mean to get so close.
To the catwalk.
Dude, we got tons of those suckers up here,
I know.
and they're not
they'll
afraid
attack
of.
you, man.
They're not afraid of people, and if you walk close to them, they let you know that you're close.
If you walk close
And they
to their
don't do it.
nest,
They do
they'll
it by
attack
just
you.
making noises and staring at you. They don't even like back up or anything. They're just like. I did that. I've done it a couple
Dude,
times
I
at
got
work.
dive bombed by one.
Really?
Yes.
That sucks. Those
It
things
was.
are mean.
It was intense. It
You know
actually,
what?
Like, even though I know that thing wouldn't really hurt me that bad, it was
right.
still kind of scary.
They don't have teeth or anything. It'd
No,
just be
but
like
they
a
can
pinch.
probably really pinch you hard.
Right. And they're protected, so you're not supposed to harm them. But I'll tell you what. If
I
one
wouldn't
of,
hurt one. I know they're just defending their
If one of
babies
those
or whatever,
birds-
but-
if one of those birds came up to me, I
Uh-huh.
say birds because it's a combination of 2 words. Think about it.
Uh-huh.
If one of those birds came up to me and like just attacked me, I would just be like, "Bitch, slap in the face." I just be like, poof.
You're
like, think about it. This thing's running at you. It's like, as soon as it gets within arm's length, and that head just goes.
Or like, what if 2 of them were coming at you at the same equal
Then I go.
time?
You
slap their heads together.
I
like
got
in
2
True Lies.
hands. I got 2 hands. And they're like, as their heads bounce off each other. And I'm like, yeah! How do you like that? Protected my ass. You attacked me. Self-defense. Self-defense.
And then I ate a cracker.
And then I ate a cracker.
And I was like, crunch, crunch, crunch.
I was like, how you like that cracker? If you were nice, I would have maybe give you some of that
that's
cracker.
right. Ain't nothing teeth can't feel with this.
Yep. I would give you some bread and crackers, but you mean no cracker for bread for you.
Yeah, hard lippy, hard lippy.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about geese attacking you, man. They
Exactly.
slapping their heads together and they eating crackers, bro.
Oh, Chad died again. You
And then
can't get
telling
past the
them
blue
geese ain't
fire.
eating no crackers.
The blue fire would be killing
That's
him.
how I was talking.
You know, I used to feed those things at
Transported.
when we worked at the grocery store that Timon
Yeah,
now works
yeah,
at.
mhm.
I used to buy a loaf of bread and go out there and feed them.
What's
and
a
they're like,
bioloaf?
buy a loaf.
What's a bioloaf of bread?
It's like a regular piece of bread.
Only 2? Oh,
Yeah.
I hear the word buy.
Buy a loaf. But anyway, I used to get a loaf of bread. Is that
I have
better?
no idea what
You
that
understand that
Yep,
better?
He used
Okay.
money and bought.
I used money,
a
bought
baya.
bread
Okay,
in the
got it.
normal size of the packaging of bread,
I'm following.
the standard size,
Okay,
which they
okay.
call a loaf.
Right. Okay.
And I bought it.
Yeah. With
So
money.
I would
How'd you
buy.
with money, right?
Okay, I have to enunciate for you.
Mhm.
I could buy a loaf of bread.
One loaf of bread.
Okay.
With money, I'm assuming. Or sex.
Well, I
on
didn't
the
steal
street.
it. I was working there.
You
It's-
could have given
it's too
the
risky.
guy a handy J in the parking lot.
Nope, it's too risky.
Okay.
And wait, let me look. And there's no cure for that.
There's not.
I think we used that last episode. I don't know, but anyway.
Yeah, you forgot. I
Anyway.
think it was.
Yep. Anyway,
Anyways, handy J, new
Um,
guy in the parking
I
lot.
would
and you guys
buy
love bread.
a loaf of bread and I would feed the geese on my break because I didn't know what else.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know what else. You know
Okay.
how they have that pond over to the.
I mean, that sounds moderately entertaining.
You know the pond on the west side of the building?
West Side? Yeah, I
West
do, of
Side.
course. It's the Lake Logley, they used to call it.
Really? I didn't
Yeah.
know they had a name for it.
Yep, they did.
Now it's Lake Schnooks. But anyway, I would walk down the building, go all the way to the back of the pond so no one would really see me.
Uh-huh.
And I would start tossing bread out to the geese and the ducks because there were some ducks mixed in.
Uh-huh.
And they said, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that," but at the same time, they were like basically saying, "Oh, you're not supposed to do that. Like we don't care, you know."
Mhm.
But I would do it anyway, and I got to a point where I did it I only did it like once or twice a week. But after like only 2 weeks,
Did they recognize
they
you?
started, yeah, and they come running at me like,
That's why you don't
it's like
feed them.
they didn't hiss at me anymore. But it got worse because I would be sitting here like I'm sitting right now, Indian style, right? No prejudice intended. But I'd be sitting there Indian style like this,
Uh-huh.
and I would be tossing them bread, and the ones who were like, if I'm tossing it far enough, the ones close to me were like, that's too far, you know?
Really?
And they walk closer to me.
Wow.
And I toss another piece, and they're like, nope, you gotta give it to my face.
Wow.
I'd be tossing it out there, and I'm
How
like,
close
what
did
the
they
hell?
get to you?
They were, I had them standing on my knees.
On you?
Yeah, on me.
Wow.
And I'm leaning back. Because they're like sticking their face in my face, like basically like, give me some food, give me some bread. I'm in your
Wow,
face.
I'm
If I'm in your
surprised
face,
that-
you should give me some food. Yeah,
I'm surprised they came up to you
so
like
there-
that.
I basically after a couple of weeks of that, I'm like,
Nope.
I not only just got bored with doing it, but I was just like, okay, I don't need no geese in my face all the time.
Right.
So I stopped going out and feeding them. But yeah, they got those suckers would just climb onto your. If you're sitting Indian style, and you go out and you feed these geese with a loaf of bread. They will get to where if you're throwing it too far, they're not going to chase it because they know they're not going to get it because someone else is going to get it. So they'll start getting to where they climb onto your lap and expect you to feed it right into their face while they're like, 6 inches from your face. That's how them Folgers be.
They're glitching all over the place.
Chad, are you at a good stopping point, man?
Yeah, I can save it.
You? Oh?
I don't know where to go, so yeah.
All right, that's a good spot to stop. So, thanks again for watching us here at Push the Core Gaming. If you enjoyed the episode, do the kind thing and leave a like. If you could subscribe, do that. Click the bell so you will know when we post. And hint, hint, it's every day, like 2 episodes. I'm starting to switch our episodes into our evening episodes or afternoon episodes. Instead of being 4 o'clock, I'm going to 5 because I think 5 is
Really?
yeah
Seems a little late.
Midwestern time. I'm trying it. I'm just trying it.
Okay.
Anyway, so thanks again. Come back for the next episode. We post every day except Sunday, and we will enjoy your company as much as you like to comment down in below.
Peace, easy breezy.
Yeah.